from SVG Cuts here, and I have a super fun project for Christmas this year. It is my super fun advent calendar, and I'm really excited about it. I'm tempted to make another one just for my mom because I know she would like flip out over it because it's just so fun. So half the fun is actually going shopping for some little candies and little toys that you can get to put inside each little slot. So really just little ornaments and little candies and what have you. Depending on the person, you know, you can put more toys in it if it's for a child, or more grown-up stuff for a grown-up. So it's not very hard to put together at all. It's a little more time-consuming maybe than just a simple gift box, of course, but you just take it one step at a time and it's not too bad at all. So I've got all my pieces cut out to make this one, and the same principles apply to all the other trees. So we're just going to do this one today, and you can see exactly how it works. And the paper that I used this time is by My Mind's Eye, and I got it at 2peasinabucket.com, and it's cute and it's kind of more modern. It's not as traditional, but it's colorful and it's fun, and that looks really cute with it. But of course, any Christmas paper that you have is going to look really awesome with it. So this paper also comes with some fun stickers, and they have coordinating brads and buttons and stuff. So I had a lot of fun with that, but whatever you've got is going to look awesome. So let's see how it works. So here are the pieces for the main part of the tree. So obviously we've got these two triangles. One is clearly the front and one is the back. And if you look closely on the front, you can see your machine has scored the numbers. So if there's a little 22, 23, and a 24 here. So when you cut it out, you'll really be able to see those numbers. Now these are the interior pieces, and they also have numbers on them. This one says 22, this one says 23, 24, and 24 again because 24 is a big one, so it takes two pieces. So we've also got the exterior pieces, the two sides and the bottom. And you can tell that those are the exterior pieces because there's no fold here in the middle, it's just a long piece. So the first thing we're going to do is put together these exterior pieces. So there's really no wrong way to do it because they're symmetrical this way, so it doesn't matter which side's the top or the bottom, as long as you have the tab on the same side on all three of them. So I've got my tab here on the right side of all three, and since there are only three, you really can't glue them together in the wrong order. So just grab any one of them, put some glue on that tab on the end, and glue it down to another one. And these are not numbered because they don't need to be. So it's very simple. And now I can put glue on the final tab and close it up like this. So like I always say, you want to make sure you have a nice thin, even layer of glue going all the way out to the corners so that it's really glued down nice. Okay, so next we're going to put the front in place. So to do that, I'm going to put a nice little thin line of glue pretty close to the edge down all three of these tabs here, and you can get yours a little more perfect even because you can really get your face in there a little better than I can here. So just place the face of your tree right down, and I'm kind of like squeezing the corners here to feel that the corners are lined up properly, and you want to make sure that it's not sticking out too much on the side. If it is, I can kind of push it from the inside to make sure it's really lined up perfectly. And I'm pushing down, and I'm also pushing out to make sure that this is nice and even. Okay, so next let's flip it over, and let's move these out of the way by bending them out just for now so they're not in our way. And then we can set this aside. Now let's take our first interior piece, and this is 22, and I'm going to shape it like this and glue it down. So I want the tab to be on the outside, not on the inside. Doesn't really matter, but if it's on the outside, then you're not going to be able to see it when you're looking into it. So let's put some glue on the inside of this tab here, and I'm going to line up the edge with the fold really nicely and hold that while it dries. I'm going to set that aside and do the same thing to number 23 here. So again, just put a nice line of glue on the inside of that tab and line it up, fold it over, hold it while it dries. And if the outside gets a little messy, it doesn't matter because no one's ever going to see it once you put it together. So no one will ever see this number either. Okay, now number 24 has two pieces. So I want to glue the inside again on the tab and glue that into place. And I will just close it up with another line of glue and just line it up, fold it over, hold it while it dries, and there we go. Alright, so now we can start to put these inside. So let's take our 24 piece. It doesn't matter which one you start with really. So I'm just going to start with 24, and I'm going to bend these tabs out because I'm going to put glue on all four of them. And all three of these interior pieces are symmetrical, so I don't have to worry about if I'm gluing these tabs down or if I should be gluing these tabs down, because since it's symmetrical, it doesn't matter. When you're doing other trees, some of them have pieces that are not symmetrical, so you want to make sure that you have the right side going down. And now I'm looking at it from the top up here, and I can see the door, and I can see all the corners here from the inside. So I'm just looking in and I'm lining up the line with the folded over part. You can see when you look down. So I grabbed a pencil, and to push these tabs down, I'm just using my pencil here I'm just using it to lightly just draw on top of the table. I don't want to push real hard because I don't want to make like a crease or anything, but I just want to make sure that my tab is getting a nice hold in there. So you can be real sloppy, just stick it in there, kind of push it down, make sure that it's glued down. So now let's say that this piece was not symmetrical, like on one of the other trees, such as this, for example. See, this is not a symmetrical shape because the two sides are different. So if I was doing that one, I would want to kind of eyeball it first and be like, is this right or is this right? And you can clearly tell when you're doing it which way is the right way. So again, I'm just going to put a line of glue on all four of these tabs, and you want to have a nice light above your head so you can really see where you're gluing it. And again, just line it up, making sure that the corners are even and all the sides are even inside. So again, I'm just taking my pencil and I'm using it to just gently push down on those tabs from the other side. And you can check your work from the other side. See, I've got it lined up real nice in here. And this one looks good too. So we can move on to the final interior piece here. And again, I can put glue on these tabs and once again, look down from the top and just put it in place. So again, I've got my pencil, pushing it down, and I'm gonna double check. Yep, I did it good. It's actually a little bit off right here, but you get the idea. So next, all there is to do is fold these tabs away from the inside, and some of them overlap, so we're going to put glue in between them, but first we want to just fold them the correct way, which is away from the inside. Okay, so here's the last one. So now where they overlap, I'm going to put a line of glue here and give it just a second. I'm kind of squeezing it together because both sides line up evenly. I can feel that it's lined up properly. And I can go ahead and do that to this one. And this part doesn't even have to be perfect, just as long as you do your best, that is just fine. And finally, I'm going to fold these sides in, and I want to put some glue on those where it's going to be overlapping. And I'm going to go ahead and put glue here and here. I'm going to fold it over, but I'm not even going to hold it down because, well, okay, maybe I'll hold it down for just a second here. And make sure the bottom is basically going in the right direction, that it's lined up pretty well as best you can is fine. And while these are still wet, I'm going to put my glue on the outside, and then, as you can probably guess, all we have to do is take the back and just pop that right on. And again, I'm squeezing the corners gently just to see that everything is aligned properly. And I really want all that glue in there to get a good hold. So there we go. Now, this is not glued down. I guess I wasn't careful enough putting it close to the edge. It's kind of loose here, but you can be more careful. And as you can see, this edge is not perfectly lined up. If I had my X-Acto knife, I would just kind of stick it in there, or my fingernail, and just kind of pull while it's still wet to align it better. I did that before on some of my other trees. So there you go. Now all that is left to do is glue your fun little doors on, and your numbers and your little buttons or whatever you want to put on, and put some fun stuff on the inside. So there you have it, super fun Christmas project. You can get started as soon as you want and have a lot of fun with it. So if you make this project, I would love to see it either on our Facebook wall or in our forum or on your blog. You can share a link to your blog. So thanks for watching. I'll catch you next time, and happy crafting.
Learn more by visiting www.svgcuts.com. Don't forget to like us on Facebook and watch all of our crafty videos on YouTube. It's a world of crafty content with you in the middle. SVGcuts.com, inspiring you to live creatively and beautifully.